Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am doing a little bit of everything today. I'm going to do some garden work, cooking, cleaning, all the good stuff. But first, I have potatoes that I've been chitting, so I'm going to cut them and get them ready to scab over so that I can plant them in my garden. Also, this is my first year ever doing this, and I'm just really hoping that it works. So I've heard that you're supposed to let them scab over for about a week before you plant them, which was great because it would take a week to get the garden ready for this anyway. So I'm just going to leave my cut pieces in this little basket on the counter to scab over for about a week. This is my future garden. I'm so excited. I still have one more bed to put in that'll make it a total of 6. I was going for 7, but because of where the opening is, that just would not work without it being very difficult to move around in there. But I did put out some of my tomato starts, and sadly my zucchini and squash did not make the transition. Which was very sad, so I replanted. I'll show later. A lot of it didn't make the transition, so I don't know if next year I'll have to, I don't know. This is my first year gardening, so I'm gonna have to research it some more and figure it out. The cucumbers did okay. I was very happy about that, but I did also go in and replant backups just in case I direct seeded, because I didn't want them all to die. Okay, so we are having an event at my house soon. There will be lots of family here, so I need to tidy up a bit. I'm gonna start with my son's room because it's a mess. It's a mess. Typically, once a week, the kids clean their own rooms, and I'm cool with that, but everybody needs some help once in a while. So I'm going to start by piling up the clothes that need to be put away, then pick up the floor a little bit so it's easier to move around. While I'm sorting out the clothes, this is a perfect time to go through and pick out what doesn't fit and set it aside so that it's not taking up space. For a lot of his clothes are hand-me-downs or thrift shop finds. It helps saves money, and kids don't really need expensive clothes. They're gonna trash them, they're gonna grow out of them, so the ones that don't fit anymore, I also either give away or sell on swap pages. That way, they're not going into a landfill or something. Alright, so for dinner I am making chicken quesadillas. This is such an easy meal to make. My family adores them, and it's so cheap. So I start off with cubing up some chicken breast, and while that's cooking, I'm also going to try to make Nutella ice cream. So I'm going to take some heavy whipping cream. Sorry about the angles here, it was hard to do one-handed. Some sweetened condensed milk. Add the Nutella, and then I'm going to blend it all together and put it in a container and let it freeze. And you guys, it turned out so delicious. It's very heavy, like you cannot eat a lot of it, but it was so tasty. Everybody in my house liked it. It was delicious. It was like chocolatey heaven. It's so good. Also, I forgot to mention, but we seasoned the chicken. We do not do unseasoned chicken in this house. I need some flavor. But I have 2 different sizes of tortillas. You can use whichever size you like. I'm just gonna lay the tortilla down, add some cheese, add the cooked chicken, add some more cheese, fold it over, and toast it on the middle burner of my oven. You can do this in a pan as well. It's so easy. And it's so cheap and it's so good. And there it is, guys. Chicken quesadillas with sour cream and salsa, if you please. So yummy. So yummy. I also, for the first time ever, made a homemade rhubarb pie. And oh my gosh, it was so good. So good. And another garden update. So, the first bed, all of my broccoli is died off, so I will replant and try again. My carrots, they're doing okay. I did plant some more near them just to give them a boost. I think that's cauliflower. Not doing so well. But my radishes, I did Spanish black, direct sow, and they are doing great. My tomatoes, they're still kind of hanging on. I do have backups in the house, but yeah. My butternut squash, they are doing amazing. They did lose a lot of leaves when I put them out, but I did plant some more. There's a cute little seedling, just in case they died, but I think the transition from inside to outside was a lot for them. And then my beets, they seem to be doing okay. I have high hopes for them. So we shall see. And then this bed is empty. I will be filling it later on. And this is where the zucchini and the squash are. They're hanging on by a thread. I did plant some more. Just in case they don't make it, I direct sowed. Because they were just gorgeous plants when I put them out, and now they are just so sad. And we already have some squash seedlings popping up, which makes me really, really happy and hopeful. It's so cute. In this same bed, I don't have anything planted in the center yet, but I did direct sow more tomatoes on this side. These guys are holding up pretty good, but just in case. And then over there, I have direct sowed some peppers, and I do have transplants to put out, but I'm a little weary. This bed is empty. Like I said earlier, this one will be for herbs. I do have herbs to transplant, but I am a little scared. I think I'm going to take a little more time hardening them off, just so it's not such a shock for them to come out. And then here are the potatoes that I chitted. And oh my gosh, we have growth. I cannot believe it. I'm so stinking excited. I'm just so excited. And in this bed, we lost a lot of spinach and onions. The chives have not sprouted yet, but we did get some growth, which makes me happy. Over here we have some mustard that I direct sowed, and they are popping up, so I love that. They look very happy to be here. And over here is some mustard spinach, also doing very well. Everything on the right side I direct sowed, and they are just popping up like nobody's business. Over here my corn died, and I did direct sow some more, but I don't know, I have not seen any sprouts yet. Over here are my sunflowers that I direct sowed, because all of my starts inside died. And I am so happy. Look, so cute. And then we have the pole beans and the cucumbers down there. So the pinto beans, we're seeing some sprouts. Makes me happy. Because I don't know if the pintos are gonna make it. The sun has been harsh on them, and so has the wind. And the green beans are popping up like crazy, which also makes me happy. And there's a little bean there. I'm so excited. The leaves are looking rough, but I have hope for the ones that were direct sowed anyway. And then we have another potato bag. It's not doing as well as the first one, but it's still doing pretty good. I did direct sow some eggplants over there. Those things take forever to start, so I'm just kind of hoping that they will. There's the cucumbers and the ones that I planted in place just in case they don't make it, and they are popping up. And since these have been outside, their leaves changed pretty dramatically, which I thought was pretty interesting, kind of neat. More cucumbers, more little baby cucumbers. I'm so excited, y'all. I cannot wait. And then I think that's a volunteer something. He's just kind of poking out here. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's probably a cucumber. There's some more. And in the potato bag, like I said, these ones aren't doing as well as the other bag, but they're still doing okay. I'm pretty hopeful. Look at that little sprout. And inside we have a little bit of lavender growth, a lot of pumpkin growth. I need to get these outside. I'm waiting to get that bed ready. And I'm seriously hoping they make the transition because these are just gorgeous. We have the seed tray. It's got some good peppers in there, some good herbs, a couple of eggplants, some arugula, lemon balm, echinacea, chamomile. Here is some more of my tomatoes. They're just gorgeous. And some melons and cantaloupe. And here's the basil. The basil is just gorgeous. This is the sweet basil. I do have some regular basil in the other tray, but I need to separate them so that they can get their boost up. And yeah, some peppers. More tomatoes, some lettuces, and an assortment of things in here. They're all so pretty. Teeny tiny cabbage, some fennel and dill, and some onions that all still need to go out. But if you guys like this kind of content or you just like hanging out with me, go ahead and like and subscribe.